G Hefe Squad, what's good with it? It's your host with the most, G Hefe, with another one. And in this video, I'm going to give you some of the dating life behind the scenes in Cartagena, Colombia, and some ways you can move around on a date life. I'm going to give you a brief showing of the date I was on. Actually, you know, it's tougher with the camera on them, so I ain't going to do that. Before we hop in all of that, hey, when you out here in Colombia, wherever you at, everywhere I seen, gotta get you a arepa in your life. Una arepa. Jamaicans got the patties. People got empanadas. What they got in Bolivia, salteñas. So they got the arepas here. So try those out when you out there. Now, I'm on the boat, so I'm going to tell you about the story. I'm going to definitely get into it about the dating and the schematics. I mean, definitely, you know, you could come to Colombia. You could go for the pay-to-play action. Or you could kind of meet a lady the more traditional route, you know, out and about, maybe at the grocery store. I wouldn't say the gym because most of y'all not gonna have gym memberships like that if you come in for a week or two or a couple of days or whatever. Definitely when you're walking by coffee shops, that's another popular one. Like you could go chill and you could meet somebody there. Then you know you always had the dating apps. Now I don't know about all the dating apps. That's not heavy my forte, all crazy. I'm on it lightweight, but so definitely I never even used Tinder, so I don't even know like how that's going. But you could try a dating app when you out here. Either way, however you get your introduction, whether it's in all of those ways I named or whatever, you figuring it out. So once you got that, it's, hey, to me it's similar wherever you are, whether you're in the States, Colombia, I can imagine any country. You need to be charisma guy, cool guy for that lady. Every woman ain't woman ain't into the same thing. Some women like the Comic-Con nerdy stuff. Some women like the boat life, the jet life. Now a lot of women like the jet skis, all of that. But some don't. So, you know, it's adjusting to who you are interested in and what you attract and what you're interested in attracting, for real. So like some like the, you know, you take them to that Boca Grande, those you can see over there, that's that vibe over there. But some might not like that, you know. So it's more adjusting you do. Before I go anymore, look, this is a naval ship from out there, a little different. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, but that's what it's like. You set your strategy for who you like. Like the big thing that I'm noticing out here with the guys is, hey man, we don't gotta be attractive to every woman, and it's okay if every woman ain't into us. You know what I mean? Like that's alright. Like cool, move around. I know it's tough because it's like, oh man, you might have had the interest in a heavy, and now it's switched up. But at the same time, and I know people manipulate your feelings, they be leading you on, and that suck too. But it's a different day and age, and you could move, you could travel. This is guys talking and creating healthy spaces for each other. So you gotta find a healthy way for you. So with all that being said, now I'm gonna get on with about the date life. So off top, you know, hey, I don't really go into full details because I'm not a kiss and tell type of guy, so to speak. I like to keep it, you know, between whatever happened between me and that person happened between my person. But I just want to give y'all some insights because I don't really see other people doing it like I'm doing it out here. So you can see this is me walking in Cartagena. I'm going to flash back to the night, and it's me walking in Cartagena at the night time. You can see the streets is empty. So definitely, as I said in other videos, keep your head on the swivel. Well, that was on the motorcycle videos, but safety too, nonetheless. I mean, and again, nothing never happened to me since I've been out here all the times I've been out here, but you still want to be paying attention to your surroundings at all times. All right, so I'm going to cut to the little video when we was at the restaurant, but I'm gonna cut to the video here. I just saw this, I was like, oh man, this about to be a good sign. I see them lighting the cities up, so I went from that block that I was on, that was street 25, to this street. Now I'm gonna cut to the video. We on a date right here. I know you ain't in that, but you'll be alright tonight. You'll be alright. Hey. It's mine. That you're gonna make it still. Lost myself. So yeah, my man was definitely helping me out with the romance vibe right there with the music. Now, just to give you the rundown, when I was in the States coming out here, we was already texting off the app, right? But she ain't know that I was still in the States. And I was like, all right, let's link. And she was like, yeah, I'm about to pull out to Panama in a couple of days. Like, it was like 2 days from when I was going to land out there. So I was like, yo, let's link up. Let's link up tomorrow. Like that first day I was going to get there. She ain't know that I wasn't I was still in the States, right? So I'm like, yo, let's link up. She like, ah man, it was storming crazy too that day I landed. So I know even my flight, they had to leave the flight in the air a little longer because they couldn't. The ground was too wet for them to land. So I knew that was crazy, right? So I was like, she was like, let's try another time. And I know y'all listen to the other guys out there. They telling you, hey man, if she cancel, da 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 da, let it fly. And maybe those rules apply in the U.S. But out here, I was like, nah, I bet, we could catch up another time. And then she hit me. She was like, yeah, let's link up for the next day. So for the next day, we linked up. We was cool. You seen us. We was out and about. I played it cool. Now I still spent $100 between the interactions, U.S. like between everything we was doing. So it was the normal date price. Now the experiences, like we might have had 3 meals between the both of us. We went to 2 different restaurants. Like I said, you seen the guitar dude helping out. So it was a lot of that going on. But at the same time, I still spent that bread. But, hey, the major point I want to tell y'all is, like, yo, when you on these vibes, like, especially if you find her super attractive or whatever, don't, like, I know it'd be tough. I even heard AMS saying a video before about, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to break it down and misquote him, so I'll paraphrase how I took it. Basically, like, if you're dealing with a chick you find highly attractive, you gonna act a little different. You might not be you might not maintain your masculine frame as they would say, as you would if it was a lady that she wasn't as attractive. You didn't find her as attractive. Like if you was dealing with a supermodel versus a non-supermodel, is the easier way that I could put it. But that don't really got anything to do with how you moving technically, like, because if you showing them insecurities because you around a supermodel, she gonna vibe different. Now, I ain't saying shorty right here is a supermodel. I'm just saying, like, people would be like, oh man, she attractive, even especially if you seen her pics. Like, she was chilling when we was out. Like I said, the weather had been crazy like that whole time. So it was a low key chill date. But it was definitely a cool vibe. I took it to some, like, again, when you overseas though, you're gonna have a whole different, for me, it's a whole different vibe. Even in American women that I will be dating, they're a little bit more open. Again, too, these are travelers, they out of the country, so they open minded a little bit more from what I've experienced. Again, I ain't met everybody in the world. These are just from my experiences. So they willing, and they want to have they want to have experiences and excursions. Not to say they don't want to do that in the U.S. It's just a different vibe out there. And I think it's when you're on vacation mode or out of the country mode, you have a tendency to be a little bit more relaxed too. Maybe do things that you would never try at home. It's a lot of variables. Nobody could ever see you that maybe could see you here that couldn't see you when you was, if you out the country. You could do things and nobody know. Like if I ate crickets or something, nobody would know that, even if they see me. I mean, I could eat crickets in the U.S. and nobody see me, but y'all get my point. And I don't eat crickets neither, so don't buy me those for no gifts. Don't send me none of that. But nah, so dealing with her was like, oh, it was cool vibes. So we coolin', we go to the first spot, like a local little bar type. It's basically a version of Chili's there, you know what I mean? It was like pizza, burgers, like we wasn't even eating Spanish food. But she from her family come from the islands, but she Americanized, so I ain't really want to press her out with super Spanish vibes. And she was like she can understand Spanish, but she don't be speaking it all the time. So I wanted to make sure she was comfortable, and like she was leaving the next day, so I only had that night to really do what I do. So it was cool. It was maintaining, being cool, not pressing it out because she attractive, and it was like an easy vibe, like to connect. So hey, we went to that second spot, grabbed some more drinks. We had main man do the little serenade like I was showing you. And after that, I was just like, oh, I my, it's no pressure because I knew the vibe. The vibe was cool, but it wasn't really like she was like all over me. So I was like, yeah, it's no pressure. I know you flying out tomorrow. Uh, if you want to come through, holla at me. If you want to come through before you take your flight, and you could check out. Once you check out, because you gotta check out like your hotel or wherever your Airbnb like by noon usually, if not like 11. So I was like, hey, if your flight later, you could come through. You can come through, hang out with me just in the in between time. And she ain't even say nothing right there on that spin. She ain't even like when I said that. She ain't even really respond. But me not being in my feelings or nothing. Like I put it out there. If not, it's cool. Like it's that abundance when I hear them other guys on YouTube talk about being in your abundance. Like I thought like this my life. I ain't never like consciously know I was doing it like that, but it makes sense. Like that's why I ain't stressed. I ain't pressed on them. And that's more attractive to them, it seemed like, because yeah, yo, like I said, she ain't even say nothing. She just kind of skipped by that. But then when the night was closing, she was like, because the Ubers is back in Colombia, and so she was like, I'm about to grab this Uber, you know what I mean? And I was like, because I just be catching taxis, and I was like, and that's cool. She was like, yo, you want me to because I paid for everything that night, no problem, right, doing what I do. She was like, yo, you want me to you want to hop some. I don't even want to break it down. I don't know how it worked out, but it ended up being, I was like, yo, were you taking the Uber? I'll jump in your Uber with you and let him ride. So because it's like 2 3 in the morning, I let him ride, drop you off, and then I just take the Uber back and go back to my spot. It was crazy though, because dude drove past my spot to go to her spot and had to come back. So he was tight on that. But she covered the whole Uber. I don't know, it might have been $5, but still, she was like, yo, I got that joint. You know what I mean? Cool vibe. Hugged it out. Got out. Even with the doggy bag of the food, even my food, I just let her keep all the food. I ain't make no announcements on that joint. I was just like, yo, do your, you know what I mean? I just let her have it. In my mind, I was like, damn, I'm about to be hungry as shit. Because I was like, yo, I let her keep my like doggy bag or whatever. But I grabbed me a slice bag at the spot when I got her back around my way. Because I was like, damn. But that's the, hey, be who you want to be. You know what I mean? Attract who you want to attract. So like I said, when I hit her with that flex, like, nah, she ain't really say nothing on linking up the next before a flight. So I left her right there. It was like, good meeting you or whatever. Then she had texted me in the AM like, yo, what's up? That offer still standing? You know me, yo. I'm like, yo, you better believe it, dude. Now, see, when I'm out there in South America, even Central America, but the vibe, I could be a little bit more, ooh la la, sí, señorita, mi muñeca, avísame que necesita en tu vida. You know what I mean? I could talk that good stuff. You feel me? Like ooh la la. Like yo, if she out with me, she attracted to me too. You feel me? For the most part, even if it's just about the money, I mean, then that's what it is. But she attracted to something. She spending time with me. Is just like it's billions of women in this world, there's billions of men. So if she hanging out with me, it's for some reason. It's not just to kill time, because you could kill time with a lot of other people. You feel me? And if it is, it is. She's still like, and nowadays I don't even think people really be killing time like that, chilling with other people, because you could always be in your phone. You know what I mean? On the internet, Netflix. It's so many other things you could do. YouTube. There's so many things you could do with your time now. People don't really kill time as much probably as they used to be in like my mother's age and stuff, because it's just we got a lot more things we could be doing. So yeah, that was a cool vibe. She came through. She came through before a flight. You know what I mean? We had a good experience. Had some good jokes. I would share like my jump off situation. How you jump a situation off? Especially if she's not like, oh, she ain't on you like. I ain't super swole, especially since I started eating more plant-based foods. I lost a lot of my extra weight. Like I had lost 65 pounds, then I put back 30 pounds. But I used to be like a brolic 195, 200. I ain't there no more. I'm at a steady 170, 175. So that's 20 pounds of brolicness. When I was brolic mode, they felt on me. I mean, they still feel on me a little bit just off the like GP, but I definitely I definitely noticed the difference. So if she ain't really all up on you, filling up on you, like filling on your thighs, none of that. I ain't had none of that. Like it wasn't even no crazy other talk. So I ain't really reach out there. I just let it be. But I'm gonna do another video. Y'all let me know what y'all want. But I just want to tell y'all like, yo, when you come out here, yo, be on your cool guy wherever you go. Be on your charisma, like however you would be. The same way you would bag and move in the US, it's gonna be similar out here. Big difference of what I say is, yo, the language help you, one, learning Spanish. Two, you gotta like just know it's more suave. Like it's cool to be more suave, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's my theory, my opinions, my perspectives. It's so cool to be more suave, Rico. They kind of more expected out here, like versus out in the US. It's kind of like, nah, I kind of act like I don't like you. Like I kind of in the US, I get the impression like if especially the more attractive she is, and I still this part kind of true for both, but it's more understandable. They know like, nah, they attractive, they lean into their beauty. But if she attractive in the US, I'm supposed to kind of hold back a little bit and not let her know like that or whatever. So that's the difference of the vibes with me there. But let me know. I could do that in future videos. Let y'all know some of my like what are my jump off moves, like to jump the situation off, especially from like a cold start when it ain't nothing like that, or what I would do to maintain it if she is on me crazy, but I still want to joke cool and I don't want to fumble the situation. Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear more about that. I could do that for you. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. You know what I'm saying? Remember though, big things is just be confident in yourself, fellas, and do what you do. Give the ladies a good experience, however you doing. I'm not here. You're not trying. You're not forcing yourself on nobody. You want to vibe and make the vibe be there, and you want to create a genuine vibe. If you ain't on her, you don't want to force her. You don't waste your time and energy, and vice versa. So keep it in that space. All right. I'm gonna get with you in the future, G Hefe squad. Be sure to like, comment, hit me with the subscribe, get them numbers up for me, and I'm gonna keep showing y'all the life out here. Alright, get with me though. Easy though.